examples about how this can work, because in Britain, as you know, we have a certain level of political organisation, black political organisation within each individual party, but they don't talk to each other. Black Labour members don't talk to black Conservative members, don't talk to black Liberal Democrats, to try and bring everyone together with presumably black Democratic and Republican activists. That's a big challenge, isn't it? Simon, are you still there?
Yes, I think I got most of that. But if hopefully I can pick up what I think needs to be highlighted. Look, in the UK, as you know, we don't have a Black British caucus. What I'm seeking to learn is, how did they put it together? How did they ensure that Americans, African Americans, from the Republicans to the Democrats, said that we must come together? You know, even, you know as well as I do, Lester, that even in the Labour Party themselves, that the black politicians rarely come together to talk about issues of tackling race inequality. I want to know some of the key areas in which I can come back to London and say, look, this is how they did it, this is why they did it, and this is what they can achieve if they do it. But it's not only about the UK, Lester. We're talking about representing 20 million black people on mainland Europe through our network of black political representatives. If we can have first of all, a black British caucus, but also a black European caucus, strong, dynamic, supporting the challenges that we face, we can begin to tackle the persistent race inequalities that blight our community. We all know, Lester, for example, that whether you're in the USA or Berlin or Brixton, a toxic immigration debate is writ large. How do we confront that? I hope that over the next few days here in sunshine Miami, that we can find some of those answers that bring us together, that make us work better as a team to challenge some of these monstrous issues we face.
Absolutely. Stay on the line, Simon, because I'm in the studio here with Lorna Campbell, who I know is very familiar to you.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Lorna, Simon there undertaking a huge project to try and link 20 million black people in Europe with the many millions of African Americans in a joint political force. When you hear this goal, if you like, how does that make you feel?
I feel very excited about the whole initiative, actually, and I want to hear more. I could just sit here all day and try and hear more about how it's going to be. And obviously, you know, we're not eluding our, you know, sort of like making ourselves sort of like live in any kind of bubble to understand that it isn't going to be a straight road. It will be an uphill struggle. Yeah, but I think it's possible.
Simon Woolley mentioned that this could be a force to tackle, for example, the negative and right-wing moving debate on immigration. What else do you think that this kind of caucus between Europe, Britain and the United States could achieve?
I think that first of all, if we can get a caucus of that dynamics, you know, speaking with one voice, that would be an achievement in and of itself because of the diverse number of people that we're trying to bring together. And quite frankly,
Lester, if I could also...
Yes, just for a minute. Go ahead, Simon.
If I could also say, you have to remember, people like Lorna Campbell, she leads by example. You know, even when she left office in Lambeth, the first thing she did was call up every new local black councillor and say, come and meet with me together so you can learn from the mistakes that I made, but also that you work as a team better. That's leadership.
Thank you so much.
That's what we hope to show to our African American brothers and learn from that. We need this global leadership to guide a new generation of politicians to begin to be able to be equipped with the many, many difficult challenges that we face.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. We're just running out of time, but thank you so much, Simon, for joining us from Florida. And also thank you, Lorna Campbell, for coming into the studio.
Yes.
I wish you well, and we'll be keeping up to date with the global project that Simon Woolley from Operation Black
Thank you very
Vote
much.
is undertaking there. Thank you so much.
very
We're just going
much.
to take a break now. Thank you to Simon, and thank you to Lorna as
so
well.
much, and you know, congratulations on your show. Wonderful. I look forward to it.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Benin in 1897.
I am acting consul, James Phillips.
I am spirit. I must trade with the white man. We must do it as equals.
The white men are approaching Benin, my lord.
White men?
Land invaded, burnt, and destroyed.
We march on to Benin!
And our people never a weaklings. With unknown language, he was judged.
Do you understand the charges brought against you?
I will not bow to the white man. The masters want free trade. Now they have it. Leave my people alone.
This is just injustice.
Invasion 1897. The deposition of the last king of Africa. Mankamo Rigby as Oba Overamwe, a film by Lancelot Odwa Imaswa.
Awards 2014, brought to you by Nollywood Entertainment UK and Nigerian Television Authority. 3 days event. Day 1, trade promotion and investing in African film industry. Day 2, masterclass workshop, directing and acting, script writing and more. Delivered by the British Film Institute. Day 3, 8th November 2014, award night, African Film Festival and Academy Awards. Sapphire at Grange St. Paul's Hotel, 10 Dudleyman Street, London, BC4V5AJ. Special award, BAFTA award winner, Chiwetel Ejiofor host, Princess Ding and Clint the Drunk, who will emerge as this year's winners. Live performance by Zapha Global Awards 2014. Get your ticket.
African Voice newspaper, in conjunction with Lebara Mobile, present the 18th African Film Awards 2014 on Thursday, the 6th of November at the Odeon Cinema, Buxby Way, Greenwich, London, SE10 0QJ. Red carpet from 8 p.m. Awards presentation thereafter. Hosts on the night, Femi Fagade, also known as Omo Baba, and Lepasios Bosse. Tickets are £25 for standard and £50 for VIP. For more information, log on to www.africanvoiceonline.co.uk or call the numbers on screen. Don't miss this special evening of glamour, comedy, film shows and entertainment. Do remember, it's the 18th Annual African Film Awards 2014, also known as the Afro Hollywood Awards, on Thursday the 6th of November. See you there. This event is supported by the listed organizations.
Zebraland G29 Productions presents, live in the UK, King Sarawiwa.
Yeah, my people of UK, I am King Sarawiwa, the king of Bongo music. I am set to be with you in London to thrill you.
Also performing on the night are Wilson Wanne, Ogweji Spotless.
Yes, my name is Prince Ogweji for Okoli,
aka Spotless. I'm set to be with you in UK.
Yes, it's happening live in the UK. London, Friday, the 7th of November at Zebra Lounge and Garden, Greenwich, 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. Manchester, Saturday, the 8th of November at Vibes 924. And London 2nd edition, Saturday, the 15th of November at Zebra Lounge and Garden. Time, 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. For tickets, table bookings, please follow the information on your screen.
Welcome back to the Ben Politics Show with me, Lester Holloway, replete with my Movember moustache, which I'm having to put up with for a month, and I'm afraid that you are going to have to put up with it for a month as well. We were talking about voting earlier with Simon Woolley of Operation Black Vote and Lorna Campbell from Lambeth, but now we're going to be talking about another issue, which is that you probably noticed that everyone on TV is wearing a poppy, and I'm not wearing a poppy. Why am I not wearing a poppy? Well, it's not because I do not support the need to remember the fallen from the First and the Second World Wars, but I feel that it's something which really glorifies war rather than actually celebrates peace, which is why I prefer the white poppy and the black poppy as well. Now, the black poppy is around to remember the African and Caribbean soldiers and men and women who served in the army or contributed to the war effort. In fact, there were around 500,000 Caribbean people alone who lost their lives in the First and the Second World War. And there was now going to be a memorial launched next Tuesday in Windrush Square in Brixton to remember the contribution of African and Caribbean people to the war. And I'm joined in the studio by Sebastian from Nubian Jack. And Nubian Jack is putting up this memorial. So just tell me a little bit about it.
Oh, well, thanks for having us, Lester. Basically, it's a surprise to everyone to think that, I mean, this is the centenary of World War I, and there has never been a memorial put up to honour the African and Caribbean soldiers that fought in both World Wars.
So because there are these gates which are celebrating or remembering the contribution from the whole of the Commonwealth, but nothing specifically for African or Caribbean people.
Yes, absolutely. So Nubian Jack undertook, with the support of many partners, to bring this this error, to basically make sure that it was rectified.
Okay. Hopefully we might be able to bring a picture of the memorial up, but it's basically an obelisk,
It's an obelisk, yes. And
all the regiments. How big is it, roughly?
It's basically, in terms of so high, I mean, sort of the centimetres, etc.
So it's going in the middle of Windrush Square in Brixton.
Yes, it's going into Windrush Square. And it is, it's basically long overdue, as you've just said, in terms of commemorating the soldiers, from across the Commonwealth, the African and the Caribbean.
In fact, a picture of it is on the screen at the moment.
Absolutely, that is it. I mean, it's made of rare Scottish wint stone, which is amazing that we've been able to get Madstone, who have engraved that. That's their amazing work that have supported this. And, with the Heritage Lottery, we've had support from, the Mayor of Lambeth, the Black Cultural Archives. Many people have come together.
In fact, it's sitting right outside the Black Cultural Archives.
Absolutely, that's where
which, of course, we launched a couple of months ago in Black History Month. And it was fantastic to see the Black Cultural Archives come back after about 10 years in the wilderness. But the launch of this is going to be next Tuesday. Just give us details.
Yes, it's going to be next Tuesday. The unveiling is between 10:30 and 12. At just outside the Black Cultural Archives, and after that there will be a reception. But this is the first of a series of events that will take place, because there's more things that Nubian Jack has planned.
He's always got more up his sleeve, as brother Nubian Jack.
Yes, he has. He's
as well
amazing,
as all the plaques to the great,
absolutely,
the great and the good from African and Caribbean communities.
Exactly, definitely. So we're looking forward to. Hopefully, you'll be able to attend.
I will definitely be there. You can count on me.
Yes, we need to support, as you said. I mean, it's the history. Young people need to know about the history of, our ancestors who have done good and have, contributed to the Great Britain in many ways, which isn't always out there, easily found, that
Absolutely.
type of history. So, and this is a momentous day.
That's
and we just hope everyone, the first in Europe of its kind. So.
And hopefully other people in Europe will follow as well.
Well, let's see, yes.
Thank you so much. We're just out of time. Janet,
Sebastian,
thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you next Tuesday.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Now, we're going to be going on to talk about entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is, of course, starting a business. It's just basically about enterprise. And in many ways, people say that this is a way of actually breaking the barriers that many Black and African and Caribbean people face in business, in the world of work. There is disproportionate unemployment in society. We've got a situation now where in 2013, the economy in Britain grew for every single quarter, the gross national product, but yet Black, African and Caribbean employment actually fell in all of those 4 quarters, while other people were being taken on in the world of work. So the question I want to address now really is whether enterprise and running your own business is a way to fulfill your dreams and your goals, as opposed to trying to seek employment from others. And I'm very pleased to be joined by an entrepreneur in her own right, Jennifer Garrett. Jenny, you're an award-winning coach and author, and also you're part of Reflection Associates, which is a leadership and coaching consultancy.
Absolutely, yeah.
So first of all, just tell us about your journey into entrepreneurship.
Yes, I was employed for many years, so I had sort of corporate roles. I worked for quite large organisations in marketing, and I found a career that I really enjoyed. I found coaching. I went on a coaching programme and wanted to do that all the time, and my organisation didn't want me to do that role. I had a role, they didn't want me to do something else, and so I went down to part-time. I had 4 days a week in my employed role, and on the 5th day I started building my business. Within a year I was freelance, and that was in 2006. And I've been
what was your
running
business? What line was that?
So it's coaching and leadership consultancy.
Okay, yes.
So developing.
So that was the business you started out with?
Yes, yeah, absolutely, yes,
Okay.
yeah. And it's grown and developed, and I do a lot of women's development now. And actually recently I started another company, which is a community interest company, which is called Rocking Your Teens, which is really about helping teens to recognise they have a vibrant future and really empower them to make a difference in the world.
So what makes an entrepreneur? Is it simply having a great idea? And how do you know if a great idea is going to translate into something which will actually make money?
I think the most important thing to know is that not everyone's made to be an entrepreneur. I don't think we should think, oh, everyone's made to be an entrepreneur. We should all be doing it. I think you need a certain mindset, a certain skill set, and you need to be really ready for that.
Well, what is that certain mindset?
I think you need to be very, very focused. You need to be really tenacious and resilient. On a daily basis, I would say, probably at least 10 ups and downs. You know, rejections, acceptances, great things, great emails, positivity and negativity. And you have to keep picking yourself up on a daily basis. There's no one else holding you to account. There's no one who says you haven't done what you're supposed to do. You have to keep pushing yourself forward. So you have to be highly motivated, highly resilient, and you have to really believe in what you do.
So what gives you the motivation?
I think maybe I love what I do. If I wasn't being paid for what I do, I would still be doing it. I do need to be paid for what I do. That's really important. But I love my work. I love empowering other people. I love seeing their lives transform. I love helping people. So I love my work, and I'm deeply passionate about it. And that gets me up in the morning. So I'm doing what I love.
Now, I was saying earlier in the introduction that we have disproportionate Black unemployment in the UK. We've always had this ever since statistics were first pulled together from the 1970s. But the gap between Black unemployment rates and white unemployment rates have always been pretty high. I think the last time there was a major survey, which was the Business Commission, it was showing around 16% in the working age population between Black and white people in employment. That's grown under the recession. Is the whole idea of getting involved in your own business, running your own business, becoming an entrepreneur, the way to break that cycle?
I think it can be, but you need a great support network around you. You know, organisations like the Prince's Trust or people who can support you, give you a bit of money, give you some guidance and some mentoring.
Because there's a big issue about where you seek money from. Because if you're broke, you've got a business idea, you need that capital investment.
Absolutely, and some organisations like the Prince's Trust will give you a bit of a grant, will give you a bit of funding. There was also Rockstar Youth also was doing that previously. I'm not sure if they're still doing that now. So I think if you can get someone to really believe in you, help you with a business plan, provide you with a mentor, provide you with some startup funding, brilliant, go for it if it feels like something that's good for you. I must say, from my perspective, it's great to work. It's great to be employed because you learn a lot from being in an organisation and then you jump off into entrepreneurship.
So in a nutshell, and very, very briefly, because we're just running out of time, give me three short things that you need to do first of all. You've got this business idea. What are the three things you need to do first to get going?
I think you have to make sure there's some money in it. It's great to want to love things, to enjoy them, but make sure there's some money in it. Do your research, write a business plan, get support, surround yourself with like-minded people. Probably more than 3, but I could go on.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us, Jennifer Garrett from Reflection Associates. And we're just coming to the end of the show now, so just thank you for being a fantastic audience. I'll be back next Thursday at 1 o'clock with more guests talking about politics in the UK and in the United States. Just time to thank Jennifer Garrett, also Simon Woolley, Lorna Campbell, and Janet Stevenson from the Nubian Jack Trust. Thank you for joining me on Ben TV, and have a great day. Awards 2014, brought to you by Nollywood Entertainment UK and Nigerian Television Authority. 3 days event. Day 1, trade promotion and investing in African film industry. Day 2, masterclass workshop, directing and acting, script writing and more. Delivered by the British Film Institute. Day 3, 8th November 2014.